Yeah, hi guys. This is Vishal here from Trapcode. So in this video, we will understand how to create a inventory management platform on Trapcode. So we'll create a platform where you can manage inventory, you can manage warehouses and add or increase or decrease the quantity of a product. So let's see how that can be done. Right. It's a very simple use case just to see how things works in Trapcode. Right. So let's say I create a project called inventory management. So I'll add authentication to the application. Okay. So we'll probably choose a default role that default settings are there. Plugin I don't need. I'll all do this later. I'll start building the app. So to start building a project in Trapcode, the very first thing which we create is the collection. So basically, what are different collections? What are the fields which are needed? So for this inventory management platform, I'll create a couple of collections. So we already have a user and role. So let's go and fix the role first. So we'll need two roles here. So one is the admin of the platform, which can access and do everything. And probably other person could be a user of the platform who can manage inventories. Probably he cannot add new users, right? So I'll just edit this. I'll say staff employee. And other role is admin. Okay, so admin will be able to add users. So now let's add one more collection. So the very first thing I want to add is the warehouse. That which warehouse is what inventory, right? Warehouse. That's all. So warehouse may have some name of the warehouse. So I'll say text name. Okay, maybe a number, or again, like let's say text. It's a warehouse code. And probably a text field for the address. Okay, and that's all, right? So warehouse is a name, code, and address. Okay, after adding warehouse, let's add one more collection. So a collection to basically define the category of the product. Okay, category will have just name. That's all. Okay, and let's add one more collection for the product, the actual product. Okay, so what the product is. So the product will have name, and it will be in some warehouse. So I'll add a reference of warehouse, that in which warehouse it is. So I'll say warehouse and display the name of the warehouse. That's all. Okay, single select because a product can be in just one warehouse at a time. Then we'll add category. Okay, to which particular category this product belongs. So category we can either add as a reference or a dynamic option. Since we have already added reference for warehouse, this time let's try dynamic option. Okay, so I'll choose category, which is category, and name of the category. We can choose category as a single select or multiple select. Product can fall into multiple categories. So I'll just choose multi-select. Okay, that's all. So name, warehouse, category is here. And then let's say number, which is the quantity. What is the quantity of this particular product? Okay, and maybe adds one more field, which is a text field. It's a product code. I just say code. Okay, so product may have a unique code. And let's say mark it as unique. Okay, so now these collections are done. So we have warehouse, product, category, user, and role. Now let's start building the UI. So we have built the collection, we have created the fields. Now let's start building the UI. So the very first thing I'll want is someone to log in and land on a dashboard. Okay, so let's first build a dashboard. So we already have a dashboard page. Probably we can use this. So it got installed as part of the login sign up plugin. So I just removed everything. Okay, and I'll go to the settings and I'll say only admin can access this dashboard, which is fine. Now we need a sidebar, probably top bar, and then we'll start building the pages. So we'll build sidebar using a snippet so that we can reuse it again and again. So we'll go to the snippet. I'll say add a snippet. Admin sidebar, create a snippet. Now let's drop a sidebar component. So we have a sidebar component here, somewhere here. Okay, or we have a couple of ready-made designed sidebars which you can basically drop from here. So I'll just use the sidebar. Okay, so let's use this sidebar. So this looks good to me. So I'll just drag and drop. It is here. With 100, I think sidebar has some fixed width, so I'll just remove it. So this is my sidebar layer, and width is fixed, so I'll just make it 100%. Okay, why we are making it 100%? So that it occupies the complete width in which we will put the sidebar, which we'll show you in a few minutes. Okay, so I'll just remove the extra layers because those are not needed. So container box. So this is my sidebar, so I'll just move it here. These are all optional. Okay, so this is my sidebar. So sidebar has home, dashboard, orders, product. Okay, and then customers and some other settings. So I'll just leave it as it is. So we don't need home, so I'll just remove home. Okay, because dashboard is going to be our home. So dashboard, orders probably I'll change it to products. Customers I'll change to warehouse. And then let's duplicate it and add one more for category. Okay, that's all what we need. And this. So sidebar is done. Now let's build the navbar. So I'll say admin navbar. Okay, so now I'll go back to my components and add a navbar component. So this is navbar component. I'll just drop it as it is. I don't need this logo because that will come from sidebar. Some of these things we can keep, remove, is completely up to us. And I don't need this blue color, so I'll remove this class called BG primary navbar dark so that it becomes like this. So now I'll go back to my dashboard and add the sidebar and the navbar so that the page gets created. Okay, so what I'll do, we'll drop a 2-column layout, which is this 2-column. Okay, I think it is container row and column. So I just move the container outside of this and mark it as 100% width, right? So I basically want my container to be fluid so that it takes the whole width of the platform. So this is it. I'll reduce the side, like the width of one sidebar, and basically increase the width of the other column so that sidebar remains in this column and navbar remains here, and rest of the things also comes in middle of the page. Okay, so I'll go to the component and drop the snippet. So this is the snippet for basically sidebar. Sorry, wrong place. I just move this inside the column. Okay, and which is snippet? I'll say admin sidebar. So it will basically build the sidebar, and we'll give this snippet a height of 100%. Okay, I'll remove this extra padding so that it sticks to the left and right. And here let's drop the navbar. So same thing, I'll drop a snippet, which is snippet admin navbar. Okay, that's all. Let's remove this extra margin. Okay, so let's fix this width. So I'll go and make the sidebar full height, right? Because this is not taking the full height. I think it's taking height auto. Let's make it 100%. So it takes the full height of the page. Okay, now let's change it to inventory management. Let's say inventory. That's all. So I'll go back to my dashboard and let's see how this looks like. Dimension, let's say 100% of viewport height. Okay, that's it. So I'll remove some extra margin, padding, and all these things. Yeah. So this is how my dashboard looks like. We will not be able to see it because this is secured. So what I'll do, I'll just fix the login event so that we can come here. Okay, and then we'll implement all this functionality. So I'll go to my events and then fix the login event. So I say when the user login, take them to dashboard. Okay, for the admin user. So I'll go here. I'll say if the user is admin, take them to dashboard. That's all. And let's say login success. Now let's go and create a user and try to log in. Okay, so I'll create a user, call it admin@email.com. Password is 123456 and role admin. Done. So now let's go and preview. So once we log in, we will land on the dashboard page. Okay, login will not work because we have not linked. So either we can directly go to the login page or probably give the link from home page to login page, right? So default page is home page, which you always change to login page. But let's just put some component here, okay, and just design this page. So I'll say, let's say this one, the most powerful, let's say, inventory management software. Okay, and I'll say, so this is a button. I'll just remove the button and drop a link. Okay, or maybe this is the link. So I'll say login. Where to take me to the login page, which is the login page. Now the home page will work, right? So I'll just refresh. So this is the landing page. It will take me to the login page, and from login page, the login event will get executed and take us to the dashboard. Okay, so we are on dashboard. And this is working fine. So now let's implement the functionality. So first we'll create a flow to create warehouses, create category, and then create products. Okay. So let's see how that can be done. The very first page I want to add is, let's say, category list page. Okay. And I'll say only admin can basically add categories and then create. So actually I should have built this page from dashboard so that we don't need to redesign again, right? Because we have already designed it, we have spent time in designing it. So what I'll do, I'll just say replace the content of this page from dashboard page so that we don't have to spend time in putting that navbar, sidebar and all. It gets created automatically. Okay, so I just replace the content page from that page, right? So this is a capability where you can just replace the content. So now this page looks exactly like my dashboard page. So now let's display a list of categories and we'll add a button to create new category. So I'll go to the components and see which fits for my use case. Probably just maybe drop something like this. Okay, so I'll remove this label we don't need, and here I'll add a button, right, or a link to basically add new category. Dimension with, let's say, 30% of the container in which it is. Okay, so this is my row, this is my heading. I'll go to the layer manager and see what all things are here. So this is a column, this is a column, this is a row. Okay, I'll just duplicate the row, I remove everything and just make the column 100% width, right? So that we can drop a table. So this is my column, container, row. This is the column, we'll just remove. Okay, instead of 666, I'll just make it 100%. Now let's drop a data table here. So data table to display all the categories. Okay, and I'll say bring data from collection. Which collection? Category collection. So this will just display all the categories. Okay, I don't need download. Search also probably I don't need. Okay, so I'll just keep it as it is. Maybe we'll add some margin on the top so that it shifts towards the bottom. Okay, like this, and I'll say categories. That's all what I need. So it will display the list of all the categories. Now let's create a page to create new category. So I'll say add page, create category. Same thing, only admin can create category. So I'll say admin and create page. We have done the mistake again. We should have copied the page from some existing page so that we don't have to build it again. Right. So what I'll do, I'll just replace the content of this page from category list page, right? So that we don't have to spend time in designing. So I'll go to the advanced, replace from existing page, which page? Category list page. That's all. I'll reload. So this time here I'll say category list page. Take me back to the categories list page, and then I'll say create category. We don't need data table, so I'll just remove data table and we'll drop a collection form here, right? Because now we need a form to create new categories. So I'll go to my components and drop a collection form. Collection form is to create a new category, right? So which is a very simple, it is just one field, right? Now let's go and create an event, and then we'll come back to this page and bind the event. So event basically links your form to the backend database, right? So that we will tell, so basically we create a workflow that what exactly needs to be done. So I'll say create category. Create, what I'll say, go to the collection and just save data. So whatever data is getting created, just save in category collection. Okay, and show me the success message. Let's say category created, some error, and that's all. After that, take me to the category list page. So I'll go to navigation, page redirect, which page? Category list page. That's all. Let's go to the create category page and link this event to the form. Okay, so this is my category form. I don't need this. I'll just go to my collection form, go to the settings and link the event which is create category. So it will execute the create category. Now let's link this categories side menu to the category list page. So for that, what I'll do, I'll go to the snippet, go to the sidebar and just link it. So category, I'll go to the settings and say take me to the category list page. So this completes the flow of creation of category and showing the list of categories, right? We'll not cover the edit and delete because those are straightforward. And for this video, we'll just cover this part. So now I'll reload the page. This link should work now. Okay, so I'll click the category, it takes me to the category list page. As of now, there was no category. Let's fix this button and create a new category and come back here. So I'll go to my category list page, change this to create category. Okay, and link it to create category page. That's all. Okay, I'll reload the page, or we can call it like create category, new category, whatever you want to call. So I'll say create category. We are at the create category page. So I'll say our product is from electronics. Submit. It will create the category and take me to the category list page. Okay, and the product should be here. Oh, sorry, and the category should be here. So category is here. Let's create one more category. Now this time I'll say hardware. Submit. Okay, so the category flow is done. Now let's implement the warehouse flow in a very similar fashion. We'll create a warehouse list page and we'll create a warehouse create page, and then we'll come to the product. So I'll go back again in the pages. I'll add page. Let's say warehouse list page. Now what I'll do, I'll just copy from category list page so that we don't have to design the page, right? And I'll say only admin can access it. Create. So page got created. I'll say warehouses. Remove this data table and drop the data table of warehouse, right? So just drop the data table. Content from collection. Which collection? Warehouse collection. So instead of category, this will now display the warehouse, right? So I don't need the search bar. I'll just remove, change the button to create warehouse. Okay. So warehouse address, code, name. So I'll move name here, and then code, and then address. Okay. Now let's implement the warehouse create flow. So same thing. I'll go to the page, create page, create warehouse. Admin role. I'll copy the page from create category page so that we avoid designing or putting the left bar and all those things again. So warehouse page got created. So I'll say create warehouse. Instead of category list, I'll say warehouse list, and I'll link it to the right page, which was a warehouse list page. This is it. Now we don't need a form for category, we need a form for warehouse. So I'll just change from category to warehouse. Now we need to create another event to create warehouse, right? So I'll remove this button. Warehouse's name, code, address. So let's go and create an event to save a new warehouse. I'll say create warehouse. Start. In the collection, I'll just save data, which is warehouse. Created. Some error. After that, we'll just take the user to warehouse list page. Page redirect. Warehouse list page. That's all. Let's go and link this event to the warehouse form, which is create warehouse. I'll go to the event and choose the event which we just created, which is create warehouse. So this is also done. Now let's go and add the warehouse in this left menu. So for what I'll do, I'll go to the snippets, go to the admin sidebar and just link this particular page. Okay, so in the warehouse, I'll go to the settings and choose the page which is warehouse list page, which is fine. Now fix the link on warehouse page to the warehouse create page. Okay. So this is how this looks like. As of now, it is not linked. If I reload, this will take me to the warehouse list page. So if I reload, so I click warehouse, it takes me to the warehouse list page. So let's fix this button because it was taking us to category create page. So let it take to a warehouse create page, right? That's all what we need. So now I'll reload the page and click this button. So let's create a new warehouse. So I'll say warehouse New York WN1 some address. That's all. So I'll create another warehouse. Let's say warehouse at London WN2 That's all. So now we've implemented the flow to create category. We have implemented the flow to create a warehouse. So the warehouses are here. Now let's implement the product create flow. Okay, so same thing. We'll create a page. So let's say this time I'll add a page, product list page. Okay, I'll copy from existing page, but this time instead of data table, we'll use something else. We'll use probably data group. Okay, so that we can show the cards of the product. Okay, so I'll say category list page, admin, create. Okay, so here I'll say product But instead of list, let's use data group this time. Okay, instead of table, let's use data group. So I'll go to my components, drop a data group component, which is here, get data from collection, which collection, product collection, which is fine. I don't need search bar, I'll just remove. Okay, so it is giving me some card. Let's say I don't need this card, I need some other card. So let's change this card. I'll go to the layer manager, in the cards, probably remove this and add some other card in the data group. Okay, so I'll go to the components, look for cards, and just drop inside the data group. So let's say we want to use this card. Okay, this is looking good. Now I want maybe 3 or 4 cards. So what I'll do, I'll drop a column. Okay, or this is already a column. Sorry, I'll drop a column, so that column we can divide into number of rows, number of sections. So I'll just go and drop a column, and in the column I'll drop this card. Okay, so basically, because cards data group is a row, so I'll say column. Column is, let's say 3 by 12, basically 4 cards in a row. Okay, 3 by 12 is 1/4, right? And here I'll just move this particular card. So in the column, I'll just move this card, which is my image card. That's all. I don't need anything else, so I'll just remove it. So this is my product. Okay, and let's move this above. Okay, so create category, we'll say create product. Here we'll display the product name. So what I'll do, I'll say get data from product, which data, which is name of the product. This is fine. This description, I'll just leave it as it is. Probably here we'll display the quantity. Okay, let's say quantity. So let's display category also here, that for which category this product belongs to. So let's say, let's display a link. Okay, I'll remove the classes, and I'll say get content from product category, right? And I'll remove these classes so it looks a bit different. That's all. And this will probably take to the product details page or edit page, or I'll say manage product. Okay, and this will implement later. That's all. So this should show me all the products. Okay, image, as of now it is static image. We can also bring this image from product. Okay, but we have not created a field for image in product, so I'll just leave it as it is. Okay, so now let's implement the create product page. So same thing, I'll say create product. This time we can actually copy from create category or create warehouse page, because it's going to be more or less, it's going to be same, and that's all. So this is my create product page. Warehouse list, I'll say product list. Since we already have a product list page, so I'll just link this button to product list page. And here in the collection form, instead of warehouse, I'll change it to product, right? Because now I want my product to be added. So we'll need to create an event for this, that when a new product gets added, what needs to be done. So I'll go to my events, create an event, create product. Same thing in the collection, I'll just save data, save product data, product created successfully, unable to create product. Okay, and I'll say in the navigation redirect to the product list page. That's all. Okay, now let's go and bind this event to create product page. create product. Here I'll say create product event. That's all. This should work. Now let's add the left menu link here in the products and fix the product create link on the product list page. So first I'll go to product list page, fix this link to actually create product page. Now let's go to the sidebar, which is in snippets, and link the products page to this page. Okay, so which is products page, link it to product list page. So this is also done. Now let's open preview and check this. So I'll go to my products and let's add few products. Okay, as of now, I don't think it will show anything because there is no product. So I'll just create a product. Let's say Samsung refrigerators, warehouse, they are in my New York warehouse, categories electronics, quantity it's 120, code is, let's say RG1121, something, whatever. And I'll submit. So this will create a product and take me to the product list page with a card of product getting displayed. It's showing Samsung refrigerator, some dummy description, department electronics, quantity this. We can obviously make this more beautiful. We can show it under the text, a different color, font, some background and all those things, right? So let's create one more product. I'll say Samsung televisions, warehouse London, category electronics, quantity 200, code is TV1121, whatever. Submit. So product is getting created, quantity is getting added. Okay, so product is here. Now let's go to the dashboard and display some statistics, right? So that when you land on a dashboard, you know, okay, how many products I have, how many warehouses are there, how many categories are there. Maybe you want to show products on the basis of category and all those things, right? So dashboard is not linked. So let's go to the dashboard. Okay, so dashboard is blank. So let's display some statistics. Let's see if we can use any of this ready-made card here. So let's add this. Okay, so this is a pricing page. We'll have change it, see if we can add it to statistics. Okay, so I'll just remove all these things. It's not actually needed. Remove. Okay, and let's say these will take them to list page and this will show the quantity. Okay, and here I'll say products, warehouses, categories, month slash we don't need. We'll say how many warehouses, how many categories, how many products, right? And then these button take them to the list page. Okay, so either we can replace this with the link or we can create an event to redirect. So let's quickly go and create an event for these. Okay, and we'll change the button name to something. Let's say products. Let's say view products. This is one. Here also we'll say view categories. Here also we'll say view. So view product, view warehouses, view categories. Let's go create link for the create event for these and create dynamic data for this, like number of products, number of warehouses, and number of categories. Okay, so let's see how that can be done. So this thing we'll do with count filter and this thing we'll do with event. So first let's go and create an event. So first event is product list page. So what we'll say, very simple event, take me to product list page, page redirect, product list page. That's all. Let's create one more event, warehouse list page. Simple, we'll say only redirect me to warehouse list page. And add one more event, category list page. In the navigation, page redirect to category list page. That's all. Now let's go and create filters to show the count of warehouses, count of categories, and count of products. So let's start with category. I'll go to the settings. I'll go to filters. Okay, so this is important. So we'll say total categories. Or let's say total category count, whatever you want to call. In the selector, I'll say count. And I'll say add condition. What condition? Any dummy condition. I'll say ID not equal to, sorry, let's say name is not null. That's all. Some dummy condition that only bring the categories where name is not null. Or I think we can even skip this condition. It will just bring count of all the categories. But yeah, for now, I'll just add it total category. Same thing, we'll create filters in product. So I'll go to the configuration. I'll say filters, product, count. Same thing, count. And I think let's create filter. Let's see. Same thing for warehouse. I'll say in the filters, warehouse, count. Count, add condition I don't need. I'll just say create filter. Now let's go and assign these filters in the events to the dashboard page so that we see the actual data. As of now, if I go to dashboard, I think this is also not linked. So let link this one also. So, but before that, I'll just fix this. So first in the event, I'll bind the event which we just created. So change button from submit to button so that we can bind an event. We cannot bind an event to a submit button. I'll say product list page. Same thing, change the submit button to button and then bind the event to warehouse list page. Same thing to the view, change the button from submit to button and then the category list page. So these are linked. Now bind the filters also. So basically I'll say get content. So get content from collection filter. So this is we have to use now which collection. This is coming from product. So I'll say product collection, which filter, product count, right? And default value I'll give 0. Same thing here. Get content from collection filters, which category, which collection, warehouse, which filter, count. Okay, default value is 0, so I'll just say 0. Same thing goes for category. Get content from filters, which filter, category filter, and total category count. Okay, and default is 0. So this is implemented. Now let's go and link this dashboard to this page. Okay, I'll remove this. You go to my pages, go to the snippets, admin sidebar, and link the dashboard to this dashboard page. Dashboard page. That's all. Everything is done. Now come here, reload the page. I'll go to dashboard. So it's showing me 2 products, 2 warehouse, 2 categories. Let's add one more product, and this should take me to the product list page. So let's add one more product. Let's say water coolant, warehouse London, category hardware, quantity 25, code WC1212, whatever, and I'll say submit. This will take me to the product list page. So now we have 3 products. If I go to my dashboard, that should also show me the count. So 3 products, 2 warehouses, 2 categories, all these links are working, all this is working, right? So this is a very simple demonstration of how you basically build an end-to-end application on Trap code. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you again in the next video. Bye bye.